Hi, I have in front of me here a high definition 960H analog dome camera. Basically the specifications on this is comes with 30 meter IR. There's a total of 36 LEDs here. It's a varifocal lens. It goes from 2.8 millimeters up to 12 millimeters. The key point really on it is that it's high definition. It should be used really to get the full effect of it in conjunction with a high definition 960H DVR. And really what we're doing here, or what these cameras have allowed to do, is to get really high definition quality on the analog system. So it's a big jump in terms of quality on what went previous to it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go through what comes in the box, and we'll go through a little bit about it. So it comes in this presentation box here. There's a user manual, just gives an overview, all the specifications. For instance, it's IP66, which means the outdoor weather rating on it. It's 30 meter IR. You can give up night vision up to 30 meters away in terms of infrared. There's a small little bag comes inside it and has the following things in it. It has 4 screws and 4 plugs here, which can be used for mounting the camera on the wall. It has a 2.1 millimeter power socket here. It has an adjustment tool here, which we'll just demonstrate in a moment, for adjusting both the focus and also the zoom. And then we have an Allen key here. And basically what we'll be using this for is there's 3 little adjustable screws here. And we can use this for locking the camera into the holding housing here into a set position. We'll move on to the main event here, which is the camera itself. So the first thing to note here is I'm just going to disassemble to show you how it's mounted here, or how it's assembled. So to do that, you can see here the small holes here where these actual screws that we showed earlier could be locked in to lock it into position. But the thing about this is without that in position, we can simply just by hand pressure come along and unscrew this housing here. And when we have it fully removed, like that, I'll show it here, and lift it off there. Then the next part of the housing removes like that, and we actually have to have it as a dome camera here. So you can see effectively the dome comes in 3 parts. With the dome camera here, with the mount which we'd use to mount onto the wall. So I'll just show you quickly the design of this. We have a total of 4 holes in the bottom of it. So if we're going to mount this onto a ceiling typically, we come along with mount, we drill 4 holes here. So we just mark them out on the wall, remove this, drill the holes, insert the plugs, mount this again, and then screw these screws in to lock it into position once we know where exactly we want it mounted. So that's the first part of it. The next part here is that there's a slot in the casing to allow us to actually come out and adjust this here. And then what we can do is we can adjust the camera into exactly the position, the angle where we want it, and we can lock it into position here. So obviously we're going to lock it into a position aiming forward. We want it to come along and match up where we have the slot here. Okay? And then what we'll do is we just hand tighten this on and just twist it into position then. So just continue that process there now. Just adjusting it there. So we'll just leave it for there for the demonstration purposes. In terms of the actual power and the mounting on it, what we have here then is we have a power input here. It's a 2.1 millimeter, and on this part here we have a BNC connection. So this is the power we're taking from our power source, and this picture is also being run back to our DVR. Okay, so what we could do at that point is we might just come along and do a quick demonstration of this. So what I'm going to do first of all here is I'm just going to come along and I'm going to grab the power input here. So just match this up here, make sure the power is mounted. So we've power going to the camera now. The next thing here is we'll just aim this in the right direction, and we can see here that we have this mounted there. We have the thing there. So we could, at that point we could use both the zoom and the zoom can actually allow us just to zoom in directly. Using this tool here we can adjust it, and we can zoom into a larger or smaller area, and the focus then just allows us that once we've chosen the area that we want to go to, we just use the focus to make sure that the picture is very clear in that position. So the picture resolution on this is, it's hard to actually translate it fully on this thing here, but the picture resolution on this is far higher than we get on our typical cameras. Okay, it also comes with night vision on it as well. So the night vision range in this 30 meters is extremely good. So it's a real top-end camera, and what we're finding here is that we're increasingly moving into that range where we're adding on a lot of high-definition 960 H cameras, because there's the demand out there, because people are all the time looking for higher resolution things. You know, to move over to IP technology to get type of resolution, it doesn't suit everybody. And if you want that type of high definition resolution, but want to stick with an analog system where you have some very high resolution cameras and some other ones in sort of less key areas, this is great because it gives you a mix where you can use both on a single DVR. So that's it anyway, an overview of the 30 meter IR HD 960 high definition vandal resistant dome camera.